MusicianConditioning.com and HockeyTrainingPro.com, and I hope you all had an awesome Canada Day. Here in Ontario, we've been having some amazing weather. It's just been sunny forever, and it's not supposed to end. So that's awesome, and I know that we're going to have a great weekend we're heading into here. It's going to be 28, 32 degrees, sunny. But I have to admit that I'm a little bit bummed because on July the 3rd, which is Saturday, Paul and I were supposed to go to Toronto and spend the evening with U2. And it was going to be awesome. I was really looking forward to it. I think there were going to be maybe like 40 or 50,000 other people there hanging out, but it was going to be a real nice time for us to connect. And I don't know if you heard or not, but probably about 5 weeks ago, Bono ruptured a disc in his back, really bad injury, had some temporary paralysis in his legs, had to have emergency surgery to help sort of correct the issue, and so as a result, the North American portion of the tour has been postponed. So it's said in the media that this injury occurred while training for the tour. So I don't know if they were just rehearsing or if he was working out or what happened. But I'm gonna give you some tips today. If you're want to be a rock star, but you're thinking, oh, that's dangerous, you can hurt your back being a rock star, I'm going to give you some training tips on how maybe you can reduce the risk of this type of injury. Paul McGuinness is U2's manager, and Paul, I'm sure you read my blog, so you know, if Bono needs a personal trainer to help him get back in shape and keep him in shape on the road, just give me a call. Okay, tip number 1. Bono, I know you want a six-pack. Everybody does. But you don't get a six-pack by doing crunches. You're going to have to maybe cut down on your Guinness a little bit. But you can't do crunches anymore because that repeated flexion puts stress on your discs, and it's a wear and tear, and eventually you might just do something stupid, sneeze or whatever, and you're going to create that injury that you just are going through. So no more crunches for the six-pack. You can do stability ball rollouts. You can do stability ball ski tucks. But your days of crunching are over. No more getting out of bed and firing off 2,000 crunches. Sorry, guys. Rockstar rehab tip number 2. Before you get on to things like stability ball rollouts and exercises that kind of work your big core muscles or your outer core muscles, you're going to have to make sure that your inner core muscles are working well. So that is like the muscles of your pelvic floor, some of the deep stabilizers in your back, the transversus abdominis, muscles that really their primary role is stabilization. Like the hands and knees draw in, so keeping this part of your back flat, drawing in your belly button, keep breathing. Then you transition to keeping that same contraction, doing a leg lift without flexing your abdominals. And then you could go to one leg lift, keeping the draw in, keeping the draw in. A second leg lift. Just making sure those stabilizers are smart and strong. Rockstar tip number 3. If you're the front man, you've got to be mindful of your footwear. So I've seen quite a few U2 shows, and Bono, I know you like to wear thick soles on your boots. I'm not going to say why I think you do that, but I know you like it. But you also run around a fair amount, and you seem to run around more now that you guys use all the circular stages. And you make pretty good time, and I'm impressed that you can still sing after doing that, so I'm not criticizing you for that. But your running gait is, you don't bend your knees very much. So I think we need to maybe teach you how to run a little bit better. But your legs are fairly straight, and then you think of those boots with the heavy soles at the end of your feet, and that puts a lot of stress on the muscles that cross your hip. Well, the muscles that cross your hip attach either to your pelvis or to your back, so they're having to try to sort of rein in the momentum that's created from those boots, and then combine it with your running style. You can see how that will put a lot of strain on your low back. So a couple of things. Also, actually having those elevated boots, it changes your heel strike and your mechanics a bit. So we're going to have to do one or the other. Either we're going to have to let Edge wear the high boots because he's not running around as much as you are. You could give Adam the high boots because he doesn't run around like at all. You could keep wearing the high boots, but then you're not going to have to run around. You're going to have to get one of the other guys to do the running. So those are a few options. So I hope those help, and if you're an aspiring rock star, maybe start now so that you don't have to write off like millions of dollars by postponing a tour. And again, Paul McGinnis, you just call me. All right, guys, have a great weekend. Cheers.